You can't just go out and shoot a film. It all begins by adapting ideas into a story and adapting a story into something that can actually be made. So let's talk about how I do that for a low-budget film. My pre-production process always begins with a script. There are two ways to do this. You can figure out what your particular advantages and limitations are and write around them, or you can just write whatever the heck you want and then figure out how to do it later. If you don't know anyone who owns a truck, don't write a story about a character who drives a truck. Similarly, if your school has a football field that they'll allow you access to, think about how you could take advantage of that for your story. A while ago, I received these old cameras for Christmas, so I wrote a script for a video that's centered around those cameras. That video is on my other channel. You can watch it by clicking here. You should always take advantage of what you have access to. Back to the script. The most crucial feature of a script is that it evolves and it goes somewhere. The beginning has a clear contrast from the end. On top of that, you need a stable plot, engaging characters, etc. Once you've written your script, it is absolutely crucial that you show it to someone else. Whether this is your Hollywood focus group or just a couple of friends and relatives, you need to run your ideas past other people. I do this every time I write a script, and I honestly can't remember a time that it hasn't brought to my attention a plot hole or an area for improvement that I would have never noticed on my own. After the script is done, I like to focus on shots, figuring out how many shots we'll need and what they'll look like. There are two standard ways of doing this, one of which is by making a shot list. A shot list sums up in writing what happens in each shot, what gear you'll need for each shot, and where each shot fits into your shooting schedule. I prefer to draw a storyboard, which is pretty much a comic book style sketch of what the final shot will look like. You can find templates for this online where each shot fits into one of these little rectangles, and you can write additional information out of the sides if need be. If you're a creative person who likes to think of things visually, then you'll probably prefer the storyboard, but if you're one of those people who likes to think in words and numbers, you'll probably prefer the shot list. To construct a storyboard, I begin by just throwing some ideas down onto a piece of paper, which I will later adapt into the final board. Once you get on set, you'll probably change a lot of shots, so this is really just to give you a general idea of what you'll be doing when you start filming. Even though we might all just want to focus on the creative aspects, you must devote some time to figuring out your logistics. I'm sorry, but we're going to be doing some math. There are two things you're going to want to calculate to avoid complete disaster, the first of which is your budget. You pretty much want to total up the prices of everything that you're going to be renting or purchasing for your film, and it never hurts to add a certain percentage of the total back onto itself because you will always end up spending more than you think you will. The second is your shooting schedule. Instead of calculating the amount of time needed for each individual shot, I prefer to find a minimum and maximum value for each shot to take. I use this equation to calculate the total amount of time. You can just pause the video right now to see what values to plug in where. Do the same thing for both the minimum and maximum values, and of course it never hurts to add a small percentage of the total back onto itself. Finally, I put everything into a folder for organization and write the name of the project on the front. Anyway, that is it, my pre-production process for a short film. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for 2 new videos every week. Share this video with your friends, and I will see you in the next one.